These are the supplies for our project today, and we are doing a trash to treasure. I'm so excited. Hello guys, my name is Kiki and let's jump into today's project. Our first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of the two trees we're gonna use and we're gonna fluff it to the front just like that, leaving a space on the back. And we're gonna take the other one and we're gonna tie them together using wire. And for that, I'm just twisting that wire inside of my tree. And as you can see, I'm reusing some trees from last year. I just used the other one to show you. And now I'm just continue fluffing my tree. And as you can see, I'm just playing around with the branches. And adding two of those trees just make it look fuller and more beautiful. And now I'm gonna take spackling and a bottle. And I'm gonna place my tree on my bottle. And grabbing some spackling, and I should have used gloves, but I forgot them. I'm just patting that spackling on the branches. I would say like spanking or something, but no, I'm just grabbing the branches and placing some of that spackling on those branches. We just want to make it look like the tree is kind of flocked. Some snow just fell on the branches, just like that. And we're gonna continue spanking, no spanking, placing that spackling on the tips of our tree just like that. And as you can see, I'm not being like too careful with it because I want some branches to have more snow than the others. So I'm gonna continue adding all around my tree just like this. And we're gonna let it dry. Now that it's dry, I'm gonna take some pine cones and a little bit of hot glue and add some of those pine cones to my tree to make it look a little bit more realistic. And as you can see, our spackling looks like snow. So cute! Yes, I have a scratch in my hand. My son had a hard time this week, yeah, because we love Halloween and we won't have Halloween. Now I'm taking more spackling. And I'm gonna forget my gloves again. But I'm gonna put some of that spackling on my pine cones. Just like that, just a little bit of spackling on those pine cones to make them look like they belong there. And not that they were glued after the fact that we added some snow. So we're gonna make them snowy like this one. Look at that, so cute. And we're going to continue doing that to all of them until we finish with them. This is part of the Using Trash to Create Treasure hosted by Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine. In the description box down below, you're going to find the link to her channel and also the link for the playlist so you can go and check what everyone else came up with. Remember that if you like modern farmhouse, boho decor, and lots of silly jokes, also seasonal decor, subscribe because that's what I do here, and here's my social media, go and check me out. And now to make our bucket, I'm gonna spray paint that in flat black, and I'm gonna take some tape and we're gonna tape it. Yes, I have a little bit of tape, but it's more than enough, or I'm gonna make it work. And we're gonna do one side and then come back to the other side and tape it. And then I'm gonna take the two sides and tape them also. Now what I'm doing is measuring and taping my bucket just like this. Then I'm gonna do another row on the top like this. And we're gonna continue taping it until we cover everything. Then I'm gonna take my crimson from Waverly, this one, and I need some ink also. But first I'm gonna take my crimson and I'm gonna paint those squares, the exposed ones, with the crimson color. I gave it like 2 coats, really thick ones, but you can give it 3 light coats. And we're gonna continue painting until we finish all of those squares. Just like that. Be careful so you don't get that much bleeding. It's gonna happen, so get prepared for that because it's gonna happen. But this is so easy that it doesn't matter if you get a little bit of bleeding under that tape. Now I'm just giving it the second coat all around my squares. Like you can see here, it's really nice and covered. And that red is just beautiful. Then when we finish with that, we're gonna do the most exciting thing ever. Peeling off tape. It doesn't matter if you find some bleeding under that tape. This is the best thing ever. I just love peeling off some masking tape. I think it's rewarding. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix some of that crimson with some ink chalk paint, just to make a darker shade of red. Now I'm mixing it and I'm having some issues with my paint, so I just got it there and start mixing. You don't have to add lots of that, just a little bit of that paint, and it goes a long way. Look at that, it's really dark. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come and just connect, that's the word, connect my two red squares in the middle, just like that. And I'm gonna do the same with all of my red squares. I'm gonna connect them using this color. Now what I'm doing is connecting those red squares with the top by doing another square of the crimson, reddish, more darker color. Yeah, that's the new name of that color. I did it all around, and I'm just connecting sideways my two red squares like this. This is the easiest way I found to explain this. Now I'm just gonna take some of my ink and I'm gonna cover the spots where the tape peeled off the paint. And it's as easy as this, and this is the most relaxing thing I have ever done. I loved it. Now we're gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna take some of this foam and cut a circle just like this. I'm just marking it, and now I'm gonna take my box cutter and I'm gonna cut that circle so we can cover the top of our pot, because now it's not a yogurt bowl. And we're gonna cut it. Then we're gonna add it to the top after I finish, yeah, of course. And now I'm gonna add the rocks to the bottom, some more of that foam on the top, pieces of that, just like this. And then I'm gonna place that circle in the top, like this, being careful and just pushing it lightly inside our bucket. And as you can see, I couldn't wait until it dried. Now I'm gonna take ink and a sponge brush, and I'm gonna paint that white foam because we don't want to see some white under. You can add moss if you prefer, but I like the cleaner painted look that you can give to this foam by just using a little bit of paint. So now I'm just painting the borders just like this all around. Let it dry. You know I won't let it dry. You know me. So I'm gonna pretend I let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back with my Christmas tree and I'm gonna place it in that pot. And yes, somehow I forgot about my pot. Now I'm gonna place it, add the bow, and that will be it. We will have a beautiful flock Christmas tree. And this is how it turned out. As you can see, we have it over here with everything that I created today in my gingerbread village. And this is how it's looking. As you can see, it looks just like snow. I just love this flocking method. It just looks like snow. Look at that. It's beautiful. And over here, we have the pot that we made out of yogurt bucket. So yeah, it looks beautiful. It was my first time doing buffalo check, and I'm so happy with it. And here I'm showing it to you with the bow. I'm not too happy with that bow, but I wanted to show you that you can add a bow to your tree. But I like it better like this, without it. Let me know in the comments if you like it more with or without the bow. Remember that I'm going to leave you in the description box down below the link for the playlist and also to our challenge host. I just want to take this opportunity to thank her for bringing us this awesome challenge. I love this. And remember, if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching these type of videos. Take care. Bye-bye.